Okay. This will just be like a quick trade recap because I do gotta go to class soon. But, I caught this short. So basically, coming into market open, I want it to be bullish because obviously, look on the higher time frame, just bullish order flow. We have this external high. Coming into market open, we did sweep out previous day high and we were in this daily gap. So I wanted to see this hold to push us higher. But then I looked at the 4 hour and we had this. Hold up, let me go to YM. We had this 4 hour bullish SMT, and we were also trading inside of this 4 hour range. And we also had this 4 hour intermediate high, intermediate low. We had this 4 hour gap. So we had sell side draws and we also had buy side draws. Ideally, I wanted to see if price was bullish. I'd want to see price open high and inverse this gap and then maybe retrace to then push the previous day high because we already got a tap into this 4 hour gap, but that's not what we did off open. And if you go to the hourly, you can see off open on the hourly. We swept this previous hourly candle high. We had this 30-minute gap and we had this 15-minute gap, and I wanted to see both of these gaps get inversed because these are the legs down that broke these lows that created this new low. And if price was truly bullish, we wouldn't hold these. We would inverse these and at least get up to this 4 hour, and then that's when we would have a reaction. But market opened. We opened high into this 15-minute gap, so about all of this generated buy side, and then we just started displacing lower. Go to the 5-minute. So this is what you see right here. We open high and we started displacing lower. We created a gap after taking out all of these lows. And if I wanted to be bearish, I wanted to see this gap get disrespected because this is the lowest and also the highest time frame gap, which we also had a 15-minute, but we inversed that. And we had this 5-minute and we immediately inversed that 5-minute. So okay, I'm like, all right, I'm looking for shorts. And then if you come over here on ES, you can see that we create this 5-minute gap. We're obviously the weak, NQ is the weakest. So we create these two gaps, and then we put in this internal SMT at this 930 high inside of this 5-minute gap. I'm like, all right, bet. And also on top of that, we have a 5-minute range, which what that is basically, it's just like AMD. It's Johnny's flow state V2 model, by the way. So all credits to him, but it's basically where you have a candle that acts as a range, which is the accumulation, and if you want to see the next candle manipulate either the high or the low of the accumulation candle, which in this case it's this bullish 5-minute candle, and you want to confirm the manipulation with some sort of SMT, whether that be internal or already formed external SMT, also with context where you think price is going to go. So as we see, we tapped into this 5-minute gap, this 5-minute OB, we put in this 5-minute bearish SMT, we had this 5-minute range, and the aligned time frame with the 5-minute is going to be the 30-second. So if you see right here, honestly, I thought we were just going to have to close another 5-minute candle. And so we had this 5-minute candle. This was the previous 5-minute candle's high. Actually, no, it was right here. And we swept it. I thought we were going to inverse it. And then right before this 5-minute candle closes, we had sharp displacement. Got our change in state. Inverse this gap in this manipulation leg up. We also had this gap got inversed, this 1-minute gap, which is the highest time frame gap in this manipulation leg up. That got inversed. So we had our change in state. We had our internal SMT. We had a 5-minute CRT. And we had clear targets. We had an unfilled 5-minute, which is actually where I went break even. And then we had the 5-minute CRT low, and we had this low from London. So this was London low. This is also the 4-hour candle low that I was targeting for the range. And that was basically the whole idea of the trade, and played out perfectly. Just displaced within 2 5-minute candles, honestly. And now we've just been dumping. So, I mean, we have FOMC later today, so a lot of people are expecting a flood. So we got to see how this 4-hour gap holds. I think that's super important. This FOMC will honestly be the director of price for easily the rest of the week and potentially the coming of days, because I mean, we have all of this. Look at all of this generated sell side. Like, there's so much for us to take. But, and yeah, look how much we have to rebalance. Like, we have this entirety of this range. We have these. No, that got swept. We have what's this? We have EQ. This range is all the way down here, which is actually in line with this breaker. Oh yeah, but that's essentially the entirety of the trade recap. Took one short. Honestly, I was pretty wary today because we had FOMC. Later in the day, and usually price is choppy, just kind of accumulating before waiting for some sort of manipulation before the actual FOMC move, and then we actually have the conference that usually has the main move, but this just seemed very obvious. And yeah, that's really it. That's basically the trader recap. Probably gonna make one of these for every time I trade. If I don't trade, just no trade recap. But hopefully you guys like this. But